is routine. Okay, so I'm just making a recording here of the use of my brand new Primo indicator in conjunction with the Volmo indicator. The Primo is shown up here, and I've left part of the label in so you can identify that. And on the bottom here is the Volmo indicator. Now, volume is volume momentum. You can see the stark difference. They're very similar looking indicator, but a very stark difference in the indicator because this is all a reading on what the actual volume is doing. It has nothing to do with these prices. It's only reading the volume and telling you, like right here, it's telling you volume's weak. It's right near the zero line. Histograms are popping back and forth right off the opening here between the two. Now this turns red. It's weaker volume. Doesn't mean it'll stay weak, but it's weak. So with Primo, it's actually reading the volume or the momentum of the price. So these histograms are going to correlate more with the movement of the price. And that's why I designed it that way to look like, look to have Primo look like Volmo. So you can just stare at one thing and it's just so obvious when it matches up. So here's coming in the top of the hour right after the opening of a stock index session here. And you've got the crossover here, for example, of the momentum line over the zero line. So you're going to buy a blue dot. And you have a little weaker volume here, so it's fluctuating. You see the red candle, green, gray. It's whipsawing a little. But the volume momentum line is moved up over the zero line, so there's still support for it, but it's a very weak move. Now, other people are looking at a chart, like a plain chart like this or something, and they don't have Volmo, and they're thinking, they're trying to figure out if it's a weak or a strong move. We have the extreme advantage of saying prices is ramping up here a little. I got long on the momentum crossover. The price momentum's moving up nicely. That's good. That's cool. However, based on what I see in the volume here, it's not a very strong move at all. It's very weak. Therefore, what would I look to do? I'd say, okay, they're pushing higher. That's great. That's just Jim Dandy. However, the volume is weakening or very weak on this whole move. The volume was weak. Therefore, it's top of the hour right after the opening. It looks like we're going to get a pullback. So now what do you watch for? You see, okay, the cross under this thin dash line. That's your first hint. The change of color up here in the Primo. And you look down here, holy smokes, the negative volume's coming in like crazy, and a lot of these guys are still long, thinking this is a little dip that's going to rally up here more. That's why volume is so absolutely wonderful and necessary to be able to read that. And there haven't been, as far as I'm concerned, any really, really good tools out there that I've seen. Simple, simple tools like this that I built for you for scalping the markets. There are all these, I don't know, I looked at a few and I can't even understand their video. And they give you a 2-minute video and say, okay, send me $439. And you go, what the hell's the matter with these people? Anyway, so, gee, I think everything's kind of matching here, isn't it? In fact, way at the top of this area, the first match is right here on the histograms. You can work off the first match in the histograms starting the very beginning of the move. The histograms are matching. The crossover here, the momentum lines are both matching color. And you can change this one if you want to be same color, or you can change the Primo to be red and green like this one. It's up to you. Change it any color you want. But look, right here, everything's matching and it's only the very beginning of the move. You could possibly sell a breakdown there. You could say, oh man, this is going to break down. Weak up move, everything now matching on the sell side. Go short at the market or something like that. It's up to you. The boomerang method is what? That's right. Cross under of the momentum indicator line under the zero line, trade a pullback to the yellow line. See, Boomerang always gets you into the pullbacks. That's why I designed it that way. You're better off doing that if you have Boomerang. Use the tool. It's a great tool. Then you got all these shaded channels and everything where you can do that with. Down here you start seeing this momentum line starting to fluctuate to the green color. There's a crossover. It's just telling you the volume's bearish still, but it's starting to dry up because of the green color coming in here. It's starting to dry up. Doesn't mean the move's over necessarily anything. It's just starting to dry up a little bit here. And then as they get popping up a little bit here, and then they start turning up a little, then you got another crossover. Now you got a price momentum. Now the price is kicking in, right? And then you see this kicking in here. It's still bearish. Volume can all of a sudden now you got a matching histogram on the bullish volume matching the momentum and the new crossover. By that market, it's going up. And as they go up higher, you see that the volume's still weak. You know, this is measuring volume, nothing else. And you can see it's rallying and moving higher, but the volume's it's staying. Look, just now right here is crossing above the zero line, so that's a sign that probably higher to go. Gets a little shaky and starts moving up again. And then there's a shift coming in. See the volume shift here with this color change in cross under. Even though the prices are still kind of, it's hovering above the zero line and they're kind of popping around and you're getting some green dots and blue dots and yellow dots. It's just whips on around, but then all of a sudden, look at these histograms diving under the zero line. That's a front run notice. When these histograms change with matching red colors here, that's a front running notice that the volume shifting, even though the price is kind of hanging up. And there's your yellow dots, and right here's your cross under, and there's your first yellow dot. If you want to wait for all those to line up, which is a very good idea, now they get blasted. So a wonderful tool, very extremely valuable, and I'm glad I got to share that with you today. If you have any questions, email me at mohan@daytradersaction, and I'll be able to get back to you. But check for the link on this page for the purchase of the new Primo indicator.